behalf of the Essex Registration Service, I would like to welcome you all here today to celebrate the marriage of Michael and Hayley. My name is Lucy and I am a Deputy Superintendent Registrar for the Essex Registration Service. My colleague Mary is a Deputy Registrar and she will make a permanent and historic record of the ceremony and will be producing the marriage certificate here today.
Marriage is someone to believe in and to put their trust in you. Someone who appreciates the special things that you do. Someone to be close to in your heart and in your mind. And someone who's the love you might have thought that you'd never find. Someone who stands by you and whose faith can make you strong. Someone you will cherish every day, your whole life long.
Thank you. Could I ask Michael and Hayley, would you like to turn and hold hands and face each other because you are marrying each other? And you're going to repeat after me. I call upon these persons.
I call upon these persons.
Here present to witness.
Here present to witness.
That I, Michael Whiteley Smith.
That I, Michael Whiteley Smith.
Do take thee.
Do take thee.
Hayley Jane Lee.
Hayley Jane Lee.
To be my lawful wedded wife.
To be my lawful wedded wife.
Thank you. And Hayley, repeat after me, please. I call upon these persons.
I call upon these persons.
Here present to witness.
Here present to witness.
That I, Hayley Jane Lee.
That I, Hayley Jane Lee.
Do take thee.
Do take thee.
Michael Whiteley Smith.
Michael Whiteley Smith.
To be my lawful wedded husband.
To be my lawful wedded husband.
Thank you. As I take you to be my wife.
As I take you to be my wife.
I promise to love you.
I promise to love you.
To honour and respect you.
To honour and respect you.
I will stand by you.
I will stand by you.
And be true to you always.
And be true to you always.
I will care for you.
I will care for you.
Laugh with you when you are happy.
Laugh when you... You think about football. Laugh with you when you are happy.
Comfort you when you are sad.
Comfort you when you are sad.
Whatever life may bring.
Whatever life may bring.
I will always love you.
I will always love you.
Thank you. And Hayley. As I take you to be my husband.
As I take you to be my husband.
I promise to love you.
I promise to love you.
To honour and respect you.
To honour and respect you.
I will stand by you.
I will stand by you.
And be true to you always.
And be true to you always.
I will care for you.
I will care for you.
Laugh with you when you are happy.
Laugh with you when you're happy.
Comfort you when you are sad.
Comfort you when you're sad.
Whatever life may bring.
Whatever life may bring.
I will always love you.
I will always love you.
He isn't going to quote poetry. He isn't thinking about you all of the time. But he will give you a part of him that he knows you could break. Don't hurt him, don't change him, and don't expect for more than he can give. Don't analyse. Smile when he makes you happy, yell when he makes you sad, and miss him when he's not there. Love hard when there is love to be had, because perfect guys don't exist, but there's always one guy that is perfect for you.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I'd like to hold Hayley's finger, please. And Michael, repeat after me. Hayley, I give you this ring.
Hayley, I give you this ring.
As a symbol of our love.
As a symbol of our love.
And as a lasting reminder.
And as a lasting reminder.
Of the vows we have made here today.
Of the vows that we have made here today.
Push through now. Excellent, thank you. Could we have the other ring, please? Thank you very much. Thank you. Do you hold out the tip, Michael's wedding finger? Thank you. Repeat after me. Michael, I give you this ring.
Michael, I give you this ring.
As a symbol of our love.
As a symbol of our love.
And as a lasting reminder.
as a lasting reminder
of the vows we have made here today.
of the vows we have made here today.
So, well done. Michael and Hayley, this is the first day of your married life together. We all hope that it will be filled with love and happiness. You have both made the declarations prescribed by law and made a solemn and binding contract with each other here in the presence of your witnesses and your guests. So I am very happy to announce that you are now husband and wife.
Evening all.
Evening.
For those of you who don't know me, I'm Hayley's brother Dean. I've been asked to say a few words about Hayley and Mike, but to be honest, I don't know that much about Mike. Other than he is going to be Hayley's and he likes cutting grass. That's not a euphemism. He
Stop picking on him.
Oh, and Rosie's mum, doesn't he?
Yeah.
But Hayley, on the other hand, I do know. She was always the special one of my sisters. When I say special, I don't mean like that. She had a special knack of, basically when we were kids growing up, during the day, and I would play about and Hayley would accidentally get hurt. I say it was an accident. She would cry, but because my dad was at work, there was no one to tell us off when we upset her. So she would hold him to us. Right? And when he walked through the door, come home from work, basically as if it just happened, literally, she would start crying again. He would literally believe everything that came out of his mouth because he was Right, sorry. No, yeah, just because I had limped here. Right, yes. He would have loved to have been here today, but he was very fond of Mike. But I'm not sure he would have been happy to do another speech. You know, she's been married 5 times. Sorry, 3. It's easy to get confused.
Can you stop picking
mean on earth, mate?
That means 2 learning opportunities in her previous marriage. Basically, the first marriage, she learned how to cook.
He didn't. He was a chef.
Stood her in good stead for her second marriage. It's a nice man, so nice. With the cooking and baking, she got her second marriage and an upgrade of the house. She got to move slightly further away from home, which is a win-win for everyone. But in her second marriage, this was a bit more of a challenge. In this marriage, she learned more about online gambling. The pros and the cons. Mostly cons.
See you later, get away.
This helped with her work. And this also came with an house upgrade. And the question is, why I was thinking to myself, why have none of my other sisters done it? Yes, you have. But unfortunately, her house got smaller. Sorry. So all jokes aside, I know she loves Mike to bits, and after spending a fantastic weekend away with Hayley and Mike in Lisbon, she has finally met I know she has finally met a match. And in her match, I don't mean he's also been married a lot. I mean, he doesn't let her get away with as much as the other 6 husbands. Sorry again, I'm really confused. It's 2, right?
He also played film. Julia Roberts.
I get up a house in a minute.
And if it doesn't work out, she's also got an house up there. And even further away from the family. Now to the serious bit. Hayley, I love you, and I hope you and Mike spend the rest of your lives together. Yeah. Fingers crossed, everyone. And I know Dad was always been very proud of you, even more than I am. I'd be very happy with you. He would be very happy with your final choice of husband. Again, people. Please raise a glass to Hayley and Mike.
Okay, firstly, I'd like to...
I'd just like to add to everybody.
I get the jewellery.
Every house I've ever owned, I bought it myself. Just putting that out there.
Yeah, Dean, you're sacked.
Had to earn the money from your previous experience.
Firstly, I've added to the speech here, but I'd like everyone to put their hands together for Connie our flower girl, who was... And then secondly, I'd like to thank Dean. I'm gobsmacked that as an Arsenal fan and stood up for 10 minutes, he never mentioned the Invincibles. For the minutes, you can do it now.
What did he say? Is that what he said? The next week? Oh, Dean!
Okay, good afternoon everyone. I'd like to thank you all today for joining me and my wife. I hope you're having a good day, and I hope you'll all stick with us until the early hours of the morning. So we'll carry on until 1
Thank you.
Okay? So stick with us, please. I say special day, I suppose it is for me, it's a really special day, whereas for my wife, I'm afraid the experience, I feel, has got a little bit normalised.
This is the best she's ever done.
Which reminds me, I think it's traditional culture, Mr. Birmingham,
She's really
that
fair.
if you scored 3 times, you get the match ball. So. Off eBay, but it's signed by all
I've got a sharp knife for that. Is that
signed by all the
I've got a sharp knife for that.
None of them have got a sharp between a lot of them.
Hey, who's got a sharper knife?
You better look after that
Right,
ball.
calm it down, please. Okay. On a much more serious note, I'd like to thank Hayley for being my wife and loving me with the intensity that you do. Although we've only been seeing each other for 5 years, I've known you a lot longer. I think I've known you 14 years now. Over that period of time, you've grown from...
No one else knew about
Who knows that, Annie?
You've grown from a colleague to a friend, to a confidant, to my biggest supporter. Well up there with my son and my big sister at the end of the table. When I frequently put myself down, as I do, you're my biggest supporter, and it's you that I turn to big me up. It's you who I now rely upon. 14 years is a long time, as everyone knows. My first impression came from a gala bingo conference all those years ago, when you were probably an assistant manager or an auditor. I think you were on your first marriage at the time.
Right, you might be divorced soon.
Shut up, Kelly.
Thank you, Simon. So 14 years is a long time. Like I said, I remember the first time you passed me in the lobby. A woman with a mission. I think they'd opened a free bar at the time. You passed me without a glance of interest, and 4 words sprang to mind: high maintenance, hard work. The moral of this story is you never judge it. Oh no, that's the wrong story. First instinct. Do you realise that tonight, Hayley, we can legitimately check into a hotel as the real Mr. and Mrs. Smith? To you all, thank you for sharing our special day. Those of you who know me well know that I'm not one to throw money around. My wife, I take after my boss in that respect. So, you've made the 108 people truly special people in our lives, and that's because both Hayley and I value your love, your friendship, your loyalty and your counsel through our lives. So don't underestimate that, please. If this was an episode of X Factor, congratulations, you've all made it through to the live shows. The loonies arrive at 7 o'clock in the day. Don't tell them that. Outside the door. It would be wrong of me today, on our day, not to acknowledge very special people that are not here today. Without going into too much detail, 2017 was a very difficult time for a lot of us in this room. We lost my mum in the August, and then Jeff in the December, and then we lost our bulldog, part of our little family, in May this year. I don't want to say any more, as this is a happy day, and they would all hate me to dwell and get teary. What I would like to do is read a brief poem in their honour. So here it goes. It goes: you are near. Even if I don't see you, you are with me. Even if you are far away, you are in my heart, in my thoughts, in my life, always. So can I just ask you to raise your glasses to Barbara, Kenneth, Bet and Jeff, and the many more people that aren't here today, join us in a toast to absent family.
Yeah. Cheers.
Sorry, I've still got the page. At this point, I'd like to thank Grace and her family for welcoming me in. Despite being from north of the wall and likening Grace to Myra Hindley. I've always felt welcome. No matter how many solar lights I break in your garden. Grace and your family, I thank you for the warmth and acceptance and making me feel almost immediate like I belong. I hope you know how much I appreciate that, but I'm still frightened of all your daughters. Dean, I'd like to thank you for representing your dad in today's speech. I didn't realise it would be that brutal. I know that can't have been easy. Can I also pay huge respect to Archie for stepping into his granddad's shoes to give him steps to fill, and once again you surprised me with your old head on such young shoulders. Now you've just got to find my credit card. I'd also like to thank my sister Julie, who has stepped into the mother of the groom's responsibilities today. If you can see Gaynor later on, there are some outstanding bills to pay. I asked Jeff for his daughter's hand in marriage last July, a few months before he fell ill. Actually, he laughed at me. I presume that he's misheard. Then he said, "You must be effing mad." So I want to join this family. Laughed again and went upstairs. So I don't even know whether he actually said yes. But to disagree with Jeff for a second, I feel that marrying you, Hayley, is actually a real honour. If I was to put it in football terms, it's like being appointed the manager of Real Madrid. The pinnacle of one's career. Everybody wants the role, but no matter how well you do, no matter how well you try, it's unlikely to have a long career. Dean has already given me the chairman's vote of confidence, and I was only just finishing my French onion soup at the time. Talking of French things, I hope you like the table names and our general French theme. We chose that because on the 15th of July last year, I asked Hayley to marry me while we were up the Eiffel Tower during the light show. It felt an apt to continue the Paris theme. Actually, Hayley, because of her love of football, did originally want football teams for each of the tables. However, we realised quickly that it simply wouldn't work when we realised we couldn't put any silverware on the Arsenal table. Away from football at last for a minute. Can I thank Christina for the hair on my beautiful bride, Claire for the makeup.
No, Claire, possibly the makeup. Claire for everything.
Claire for everything else. Nails, everything. Making it look like she does today. Getting it to look like this, Greg, you look simply stunning today. Absolutely stunning. Thank you, girls. It was a bigger task than raising Mary.
That's what happens when you wash too often.
I would also like to thank Hayley's mum for giving her a gorgeous bottom. I'd like to thank Louise over there. it's getting funnier. I'd like to thank Louise over there for giving Hayley gorgeous lips. I'd like to thank Dr. Shabib at
Stop yourself!
I would like to say, what I would like to say is, like your choice of husbands,
Yes, thanks, Lola.
you really get better with age.
Well, that's because I've got Louise and fucking Dr. Shaboo.
Your fourth and fifth husbands are really in for a treat. I'd also like to thank John, one of our best friends, and Corinda for their beautiful readings today. That was really, really good. Additionally, I'd like to thank John for jumping in the chance to be my usher and being a constant friend throughout my life. To finish once again, I hope you all have a great evening tonight. Enjoy the hospitality, enjoy the entertainment we have planned for you tonight. Regrettably, we couldn't secure any midget wrestlers for the It's a stag night, Joe. Flight from Prague was late, like most EasyJet flights. But I am pleased to say that the nuns have got here in one piece. We'll see us later on. Again, stag night. Finally, I don't really want to do this, but tradition now dictates that I sit down, shut up, and hand over to my best man, my best friend, and organiser of fine stag weekends, my identical twin, Simon.
One of the best things about a wedding is the two families come together to make a bigger, stronger. And I recall asking Mike early in the engagement what Hayley's family were actually like. To which he replied, "Have you seen Game of Thrones?"
Yes! I just watched the last of the series, Sunday.
He said one of the families is like the Lancers, and another is like the Wildlings. He didn't actually clarify which family was which, but I think Kim's probably giving it away.
Don't worry, darling, you're a princess lamb.
And you're a beautiful girl, and any man's lucky to have you, my girl.
I can say with confidence, however, that if you are family at the wedding today, then the groom either thinks that you're a bunch of savages or that you're quite partial to a bit of incest.
From a dice.
Either way, we've got no telegrams, but I did receive a package from Sister Bernadette and Sister Anna, who are nuns from Prague. I say it's a package, it's actually a DVD, and it's marked with confidential attention of Mr. Banana. I've had a quick look, you might want to watch that alone, Mike. It's not very related. It's my duty, but it's also my honour. Excuse me. It's my duty, but it's also my honour to be able to thank the bridesmaids, Sydney and Edith. Beautiful. For those people who don't know me, I'm Mike's older brother Simon. I say older brother, there's just 11 minutes between us. We are identical twins, which means that like most of you, we were formed from one egg. However, our egg splits into two parts. And it's probably the last time Mike did actually split anything with me. Nobody actually knows why the egg splits. It is basically a malfunction of the normal development process. It's almost certainly the first of a number of development issues that Mike suffered in his childhood. I was best man for Mike's previous wedding.
Yeah, that's why it's... Has he been married before? Nobody told me he was already married, man.
That's how
houses and stuff.
I was feeling sorry for him.
So I must say, it was nice not to arrive on skateboards this time round. Looking like Spanish waiters on work experience.
I give it nothing away.
I'd like to think Mike asked me to be best man because after 45 years, we're still best mates. Or it could be that I myself would be happily married for nearly 5 of the 19 years that have passed since my own wedding day. I'm still not sure.
I don't get that. I don't get that.
I can't say I remember too much about the early days of childhood that Mike and I shared. Our dad Kenneth passed away when we were only 5 years old. Our mum Barbara, a housewife, was forced to go out to work for the first time in nearly 20 years to keep a roof over our heads and food in our bellies. Our sister Julie, who was 16 at the time, also assumed some responsibility for upbringing of 2 oblivious, snotty-nosed kids. I do remember not having much fun, but never feeling as if we needed for anything, especially love and fun. And I still recall with fondness the games of hide and seek around the house, Mike and I hiding, Julie mouthing the words, "Getting warmer." We saw our little faces from the other side of the oven door. Apparently Julie used to take us for walks in our Silver Cross twin pram across the prom in Blackpool. Unfortunately, these strolls predated the introduction of anti-roll cages, side impact bars, and I can only speculate that no airbags deployed as our little face smashed onto the pebble-dashed seawall shortly after she let go of a pram. Still, we did learn a lot about equality. Truly, there was no favouritism. We'd be beaten just the same. I'm not sure whether anyone has noticed, but Mike rarely swears. And I think that's another trait that Julie probably instilled in him. He rarely swears, yeah. I used to think the phrase, "I'll wash your mouth out with soap and water," was just an idle threat from parents upon hearing their kids using that language. No. I'll never forget the night when dispatched to the hallway as Julie entertained a boyfriend in the living room. Mike lost his temper during a board game. I think it was something like the Butio. And in frustration, called me a bastard. Obviously, no idea what it meant, not seeing Game of Thrones by this point. That, however, did not stop Julie from flying out of the living room like a tsunami. Lifting Mike up by his elasticated waistband and launching him upstairs towards the bathroom before serving a starter of Imperial leather. and a main course of empty bubble bath.
Yeah, washing that.
I still remember his pathetic pleas for mercy. I think he's rarely sworn since. Mike didn't have branded clothes like some of the cool kids at school, so we were really pleased when we clubbed together and bought a Kappa polo shirt. We hadn't even discussed how we were going to share the shirt when I came across our mum inspecting the receipt. Thankfully, I sensed the imminent danger and slipped away, cocooning myself in the curtains of another room. All I heard was a near-splitting screech. £20 for a t-shirt! Mum set about hunting for one of us and eventually found an oblivious Mike playing on his Atari. Mike confessed all and, unable to locate his shrewder co-conspirator, was marched back to the shop alone to claim a refund. I don't think he spent £20 in a single item. I guess by modern standards, Mike was a late developer. We probably both were. There was no real interest in girls until much later in our school years. Self-discovery, if I can put it like that, was really difficult as a twin. because you're pretty much always together. There's no privacy when you share the same room, have the same hobbies, and so on. So Mike, as you can imagine, spent a lot of his time upstairs, listening out for that telling creak to alert him that someone was fast approaching.
I want to say. You've got red.
If he heard anything close by, he'd dress himself quickly and pretend he was reading a newspaper or a magazine. Eventually, the bus conductors got fed up with this loop. On the top deck of the bus, and his clipper car was confiscated. Not many people will know that at the age of 15, Mike enlisted for the army and left home in Oldham for basic training. For a twin, it was like losing my right arm. I think I cried myself to sleep most nights. Still, my own sex life took off. So, every cloud. His interest in the army waned pretty quickly and he came home. Anyone who knows Mike will know that he's a lover, not a fighter. Which confuses everyone if you get into an altercation in a pub. Just pray you're not in a gay bar at the time. I'm pretty sure everyone knows that he's frequently mistaken for Charlie Sheen. It has taken me a while, but I do see the similarities. In fact, he gets told that he looks like him so often, he was absolutely delighted when a lady once said to him, "You don't have to look like Michael J. Fox." Another reason he was so pleased that Hayley absolutely loves Michael J. Fox. This lady was saying how she loved all his films, and then said, "I love the TV shows he's in as well, especially that 2.5 Men." To which Mike said, "You mean Charlie Sheen, don't you?" The woman said, "That's the one, I always get them mixed up."
He probably felt good about himself as well.
Yeah. Speaking of actors, Mike has the worst taste in films. His favourite film until recently was Adam Sandler's film, The Wedding Singer. He tried to talk me about seeing two of my own favourite films, Pulp Fiction and The Hangover, saying they weren't worth watching. Only his iPod playlist is worse. There you'll find some real crap. How many 45-year-old straight men boast Erasure as their favourite band?
Oh, I've got a reason to go with.
On the positive side, he's always contributed to charity. He's now run 7 London marathons. Woo! I say run. That might be stretching it a bit. To be fair, he's never really gives himself enough time to train. And even when he returns home from one of his rare long runs, Hayley will usually ask him if he's forgotten something. Obviously, being a twin makes you something of a curiosity. People are always curious about whether you can feel each other's pain, whether you ever pretended to meet each other at school, and weirdly, whether you'd ever slept with each other's girlfriend. That last one never happened, by the way, until Hayley came along. Sorry, I missed a full stop and a pause there. or did I? Grammar. Start again.
I'm really sorry about what they're wearing.
Until Hayley came along, most girlfriends have known us as twins. And to a certain extent, you're part of a set rather than a person yourself. My own wife had a crush on Mike long before she developed any affection. I'm still not sure how I felt about that.
Get over it.
I'm over it, darling.
I'm going to bring him up later, don't worry about that. Not really.
First time I met Hayley was at an awards dinner. In the very early days of their relationship, I was Mike's husband. She bowled over and said, "Oh, I'm darling, how you doing?" Did not understand a word. I knew she was a keeper pretty much as soon as I met her. Massive fan. There was no denying the chemistry that night, the way he looked at her, and they still look at each other. There's no doubt in my mind that this is a marriage that will last a lifetime. And in the words of the famous phrase, if it doesn't succeed, try again. I think you take that bit too literally, Hayley. Pretty soon they'd arranged to go on holiday to Egypt. But Mike had to
I'm sorry, you're okay.
Pretty soon they'd arranged to go on holiday to Egypt, but Mike had to pull out due to work commitments. I remember Mike being absolutely gutted he couldn't go. I don't think Hayley was too pleased either. Sex is so much better on holiday. Well, that's what the postcards say. I know Mike found that difficult to read.
Hey, I went with my Julie, it was lovely. I had a great time. It was brilliant.
Pretty soon he was packing his bags in Manchester and heading to their new home in Cambridge. And that was a significant step for Mike. He'd spent his whole life till that point in and around Manchester. Now they'd moved to a lovely little village called Normanton-upon-Trent near Nottingham. I've been a few times and they're already transforming the house into a beautiful home. It's also nice to see Hayley continuing her hobby of collecting empty Prosecco bottles. Which sounds so much better than alcoholic.
I'll accept that as well.
Hayley, you are an amazing person. You're a beautiful bride. And I know you'll take care of Mike just as he will of you. I'll see that more than ever. I also wanted to say well done to Archie for giving his mum away so stylishly.
Yeah. Archie!
And to Dean for standing in so honourably for his dad. I gave my own sister away. It's not easy to stand in for your dad. But I'm sure Jeff would be really proud of you. As a father of a young lady myself, you simply want her to meet and marry a man who will place her at the centre of his world. A man who will take care of her, as well as anyone that means anything to her. As a dad, you never relinquish your responsibility towards your daughter. You just hope to share it with someone who will treat her as well as you do. So I would say to Grace, and especially to Jeff, until Hayley finds someone that special, as Del Boy would say, he's a 24 carat diamond. Mike, it has always been and remains an honour to call you my brother. You are my confidant. You are my best man. And I value your love and loyalty more than you can possibly imagine. Look after each other. I wish you health, wealth and happiness always. So it gives me great pleasure and a little relief to end this speech with a toast. So can everybody please be upstanding? Toast your bride and groom, Mike and Hayley.
Mike and Hayley.
Thank you.
So I'd just like to thank everybody for turning up here today. It's, you know, the reason you guys are here today is because we have a lot of love for you as you have for us. So you're kind of special in our hearts, so that's why you're all here today celebrating our biggest special day. Now you've heard all the sad stories and you've heard all the really funny stories. I'm going to avoid the funny stories because if anybody mentions how many times I've been married again, I actually think I'm going to kick someone in the nuts.
How many
allow me. So, aside from that, I just want to say thank you so much, guys. It's a real pleasure to share this really special moment with you all. And I couldn't be more happy than I am today with the man that's sitting beside me. You're my world, you're my soulmate, you're my everything, and I love you with all my heart. There's two really important people here today. It's my mum, who she's made me who I am today, and I couldn't be who I am if it weren't for this woman that pulled me up from day dot. To be who I am, you make me strong, you make me confident, you've made me do everything I have and have everything I've had in life, and I just want to say I love you more than anything in the world. Without you, I couldn't be the person I am today. And I always take this out of my because he used to go, oh, Julie. And I used to go, oh, that's such a northern thing. But you are our Julie. You're our other mum. You've been there for us, you've been there for me. When I first tried to join the family, and you looked after me, and you made me feel so welcome. You made me feel like I was a snitch already before I even had to get married. So I just want to say thank you. I love you dearly because you're not just my sister-in-law, you're my friend, and I love you. That's me, because I'm soppy arse. These have all done the jokes. I'm just the soppy arse that would just want to say thank you to everyone. And guys, now it's time. Bar's open, it's all free. Go and get pissed.